were young back in the 80s. They still got some of their money. I look good. I ain't got nothing, but I look good. It's a good life. It's a good life. That's it. That's it. Yeah. Yeah.
They wish and they wish and they wish and they wish and they wishing on me. Yeah. I've been moving calm, don't start no trouble with me. Trying to keep it peaceful is a struggle for me. Don't pull up at 6 a.m. to
anything you guys want in the store is free, so grab whatever you guys want.
I don't wanna die for them to miss me. Yes, I see the things that they wishing on me. Hope I got some brothers that outlive me. They gon' tell the story, shit was different with me. God's plan, God's plan. I hold back, sometimes I won't, yeah. I feel good, sometimes I don't, like, no. I finesse down Western Road, hey, next. Might go down to G.O.D., yeah, wait. I go hard on Southside G, yeah, wait. I make sure that Northside eat. And still.
Thank God for what's happening right now. It might not be good, but thank God. I do.
They wish and they wish and they wish and they wish and they wish on me. Yeah. I've been moving calm, don't start no trouble with me. Trying to keep it peaceful is a struggle for me. Don't pull up at 6 a.m. to cuddle with me. You know how I like it when you loving on me. I don't wanna die for them to miss me. Yes, I see the things that they wishing on me. Hope I got some brothers that outlive me. They gon' tell the story, shit was different with me. God's plan, God's plan. I hold back, sometimes I won't, yeah. I feel good, sometimes I don't, like, no. I finesse down Western Road, hey, next. Might go down to G.O.D., yeah, wait. I go hard on Southside G, yeah, wait. I make sure that Northside eat. And still. Bad things, it's a lot of bad things that they wish and they wish and they wish and they wish and they wishing on me.
Yeah, that's right. Look, yeah, you got the right idea.
Bad things, it's a lot of bad things that they wish and they wish and they wish and they wish and they wishing on me. Yeah. Hey, hey. She said, do you love me? I tell her only partly. I only love my bed and my mom. I'm sorry. 50 dub, I even got it tatted on me. 81, they'll bring the crashers to the party. And you know me.
Chad.
Turn the 02 into the 03, dog. Without 40 Ollie, there be no me. Imagine if I never met the broskies. God's plan. God's plan.
Chad, good morning, baby. It is Tuesday, kids.
Yeah, Tuesday. A beautiful Tuesday.
12 of the 12th. Chad, how's everyone feeling? Tuesday, big day, CPI. Dollar is already doing some things, and weirdly enough, I think a few guys are gonna get hurt today. So we're gonna kick it off shortly. All right, Chad. Tuesday, big day, big week. I think it's the last big week. Myself and Keegan were chatting about what's happening, and I think it's going to be a biggie. Honestly, think it is going to be a big one. So let's see. Mic check. How's the audio, Keegs? Good morning.
Morning, my brother. How you doing?
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great and energized for today. I'm loving what I'm seeing in the markets. How about you?
Keegan is very excited for what he's seeing on the dollar. Yeah, I think we're going to break it down now. As mentioned, we're going to give our analysis. We're going to give a few scenarios as well. We won't let you guys go into CPI unprepared. So stay tuned for that. Pip Tracker, good morning. The name of the artist is Mute. So Slushy Cakes, good morning. Shawnee, Waden, David, HW, Raven, Ruben, Earl, Will Silk, good morning. Good morning, Ashland V. Edgar, we've got Edgar in the house this morning as well. He's actually joining us in the office. Steve, Kajan, Delano, Jax, good morning. All right, chat, I think we're going to kick it off. Busy day. Quickly going to look at the calendar, what we've got going on. So we already had the pound earnings coming through. Average hourly earnings came out a little bit lower than expected, so that is positive for inflation softening in Britain. And then the claimant count change is 16k, a little bit, actually almost double than what was expected. Claimant change in October, lower than expected. And then unemployment rate remaining the same, 4.2, very nice unemployment rate in Britain. And then obviously later this afternoon, CPI. So they expecting month on month to come in a little bit hotter for November, and then year on year they're expecting a 0.1% drop. And then month on month price index excluding food and energy, they're also expecting to come in 0.1% higher. And then CPI excluding food and energy year on year, expecting it to remain flat. But we're going to talk about that this morning as well, and I'm going to give you a little bit of a backdrop as to how I see things playing out for CPI today. So with that said, let's actually quickly, I just want to see what Asia did overnight before we actually kick it off. So Nikkei closing relatively flat, 0.16% up on the day. Hang Seng, some good recovery there, 1.27% up on the day. So some positive flows coming through. Equities this morning from the Asia session. So let's see whether that filters through into Europe and then a little bit later into US equities. All right, Chad, let's quickly, I'm going to do again for the guys that missed it, I'm going to do a top-down analysis very quickly, DXY, just frame the idea a little bit. Remember on the weekly I said I'm technically bullish. However, we started pushing up immediately yesterday, starting to reject now. If you look left with me on the weekly, we actually have this previous key level, and if you pull it all the way through, you'll see that this was a key area of support, resistance, and now again that 103.85 seems to be creating some type of resistance. I'm bullish on the week due to the fact that we had a massive bullish engulfing on the weekly. But there's also the chance, because we are in bearish market structure, where we can do exactly what we did there. This weekly candle can literally close something like that, breaking structure lower. So just keep that in mind. I'm not marrying the bias of being bullish on the week, but that is the idea I'm going with. Daily time frame. All of a sudden yesterday, as mentioned previously, this 200 daily EMA acted as support there for a couple of days, and now this 200 daily EMA is acting as a resistance. Yesterday closing bullish, but however we've already broken yesterday's low, so that is bearish for me. Remember what I told you guys? It takes a lot of volume to break a previous daily low or previous daily high. So I am technically bearish on the day now.
Welcome to the bearish side of things.
And we still have weirdly enough, we've got an open gap there. So I don't know if they're going to fill this open gap during the CPI release, but we do have an open gap. We are trading very close back to the weekly pivot, already at the daily S1. So weirdly enough, what I would love to see pre-CPI is for us to actually trade all the way back to come and close that gap, and then once CPI releases to die from here. That is my That is the ideal scenario, because then we're going to have enough buyers in the market that's going to get faked out and they can take it lower. So there's going to be a lot of liquidity to drive price down. For the session, however, I'm going to say we need to monitor Asia lows. Whatever we do here, that's going to determine what we're going to do the rest of the session going into CPI. But Keegan also has a theory as to what he's expecting. So all I'm going to monitor now is Asia lows untested. We've had a very strong move below Asia lows. That retest of Asia lows, I'm going to look there for potential sells. So let's see, Keegs, do you want to? I think we're going to do it piece by piece. Yeah. And over to Keegs for his dollar analysis. Keegs, over to you, brother. You love.
Alright, so guys, if you guys know, I've said I'm bearish the whole week. Yesterday we said we wanted that doji candle, not the perfect doji, but we did get that with that little bit of a top wick, big top wick rejecting the 200, bottom wick, and a nice small body here in the middle. So literally spot on with what we wanted yesterday. We traded back down to this key level, exactly as we also called that one. So everything so far playing out to the T of how we wanted it. On the 4 hour, the biggest thing I'd probably say we're going to watch out for the day, because of this big play down already, we'd watch for is this gap fill. And the only reason I say that is not only obviously now you've traded down the whole day, but you've got your Asia lows and Asia highs untested. But again, we've always seen this. If you look on the day, we're already 0.21% down on the day. These massive days like CPI, you'll see before news comes out, majority of your dollar pairs are more than likely to basically be trading flat on the day before the news comes out. So saying that there is that possibility of dollar getting back to Asia highs before news comes out to then react and do whatever it does after that. So that is definitely just something to keep in mind, that you can see that dollar play back up. But I am bearish on the dollar.
Keeks bearish on the dollar. I'm bearish on the dollar. Are we wrong? Are we right? I don't know. We're going to find out a little bit later. US30. Chad, weekly time frame, we talked about it already, a lot of volume coming in. Remember, I actually shared that book yesterday in the Discord community. Check the link in the description of this video. This is one of the plays that Larry Williams, honestly one of the best day traders there is. He still has the highest return on the Robbins World Cup in the last 52 years. But this is one of the plays where he basically identifies a big week coming in. Small body candle closures. I told you guys yesterday already, I said it is going to be a big week for equities. Equities already almost up. Okay, it looks a lot bigger, 0.5%, 200 points on the week. But it's going to be a big one. Daily. Alright, so now we've got something to work with on the daily. I just want to scroll left here, get some daily key levels. Remember, I lost all of my data yesterday. Let's just do that. So we've got a daily key level right there. Then we've got these highs up here. And then a little bit lower, we've got the key level there. Alright, so let's quickly establish where we are trading now. Alright, that daily key level holding last week. Now we're trading again up into a key level. So very, very important, Chad. This is bullish on the day. We broke structure. There you can clearly see it. We broke structure and we are now at a key level. Daily, little to no bottom wick. Are we going to create that bottom wick a little bit later today? I don't know. Everything's looking bullish. 80 is looking firmly bullish. Nothing indicating any selling momentum there for me. What I would actually love to see, already trading above the weekly R1. Let me just make sure. Yeah, we are already trading above the weekly R1. Actually need to mark out the weekly R2 now. Things are looking a little bit bullish. Okay. 5 minute time frame. What are we looking at? So ideally, for buy continuations, I don't want to see this area getting clapped. I don't want to see something like this, because then I think we're going to go a lot lower to the weekly R1. and that is the next potential buy area. But looking at the AD, we ideally want this area to hold. This is the area where you want to see lows getting taken, session lows, pre-market lows, and then something like this for buy continuations. I'm bullish on the day. Let's see, are we going to reverse later with CPI? I'm going to talk about the scenarios a little bit later as well. Nasdaq. Now, Nasdaq, remember what I told you guys yesterday? I was bullish yesterday due to the fact that we broke out of this range. Very easy to spot that we have broken out. I told you guys that we've got this key level at 16K. I said the next daily key level 16935. So very likely we're going to reach for that today, either before CPI, during CPI, after CPI. It looks very likely. 80 firmly bullish. We've got that weekly R1 that could now potentially turn into a support area. So you want to be monitoring Asia lows for continuations. I'm not going to be the one to try and buy a weekly high. Weekly high, daily high, session highs, not interested. If you want to do it, good luck. But wait for a pullback, wait for Asia lows to be taken, and then take it from there. German 30. Chad, I hope you guys have been listening. Last week I told you this thing can go on and on and on, and that's exactly what it's been doing. I told you if you're going to try and short this, you're going to get clapped. I said if you are shorting, it should be short-term plays, but ultimately this thing is bullish, and you got to wait for some type of pullback. I don't know when it will come, but when the pullback comes, then you can start trading secondary market structure. But at this stage, still bullish. I don't know when it's going to start retracing, but daily time frame bullish, weekly is bullish. Everything is bullish on this. Germany obviously doing some things right from what I can see. Just want to check the Asia range. All right, quite a wide Asia range. Just want to make sure we clip it at the right spot. All right. Asia highs have been taken. 80 is starting to fizzle a little bit at these highs. You can see it's starting to flatten out. Trading way above the daily pivot. So I'm going to say monitor Asia lows, monitor the daily pivot. But ultimately, not a pair I want to touch. Keegs, US30 Nas. I'm going to throw over to Keegs as well. And Keegs, you're alive, my brother. Give it to the gents.
Perfect. All right, guys. So again, same thing. We were bullish on both of our US equities. Yesterday's trades playing out perfect on the money. So again, if you guys were able to catch these trades, you guys can remember basically in the, where is it over here? Our session yesterday, I gave you guys the call. We wanted to test daily highs, where that was the pullback. So if you remember, we were trading here in the morning. Yeah, we go. You guys can see it there. We were, yeah, I said you want that test of daily highs. There came in that test of the daily highs, and this thing just took off. So it was an absolute banger of a trade yesterday if you guys took that one. But on the day, we are still bullish. So again, if you look here, you guys can see, what did we say? We wanted to start trading above. And exactly again, we said we want to start using this weekly resistance as support this time around, because that's basically the only thing we've really got to look at this point in time. So you can see how we got that retest in with our doji. Very, very similar thing to what we were talking about on the higher time frames, and literally just start trading right back above again. On the 1 hour, you guys can see how we're starting to form this pattern and this confirmation. So what are we going to look for now? If you guys see on the daily pivot and the EQ very, very, very far down. But again, this is a circumstance we're not going to take in the daily, the pivot and the EQ. Reason being, this is range breaking trades. So when you are breaking a range, you're not going to have that pullback the whole time. So that is why in a case like this, we are not really going to pay attention to the daily pivot and that. So for me, what I'm most probably going to look for is you could have that pullback just for Asia lows that are untested. Otherwise, this weekly resistance, as we said, this is what's going to hold as our support for now. So if we can get that retest here to show us again we're holding support, once we're back above Asia lows, I'll look to continue long on this one. US30, very, very spot on as well. So you guys can see we had the breakaway of the range. That's what we were talking about yesterday. So that range break came. You guys can see how that just flooded through. Same thing. So we actually had the trade. Yeah, I think one of the guys mentioned that he had that trade. So very, very happy you guys took that. But once we had the range break over here at 5 o'clock yesterday, you can see 5:15. This is where we gave that entry signal for you guys. Literally just retest and took off. So 2 banger ones yesterday. So really happy if you guys got in on those ones. Then now for the same thing here, you can see daily pivot EQ all the way down here, guys. So you don't want to be trading back to this, because that's where you're going to be going back to this range. That is the last thing we want. If we start doing that, we're looking for that bearish momentum. So the difference here, you can see weekly resistance. That is the key thing for us right here. This one we haven't had tested. So this one, for probability, we can have that pullback here. For me, what I'd probably like to see is test this key level, to reject off the key level, to go for this weekly resistance, to hold the support. Once we up there, we can start trading back above. And for me, I'll probably wait for just again probability. Once we're above the key level, because this is where we're going to see that long-term support now. We want to be getting above that. Once we're above the key level, I'm going to look to continue long. But definitely still on the bullish side of things.
Shot Keegs, Chad, I think we're doing well this morning, actually brisking through a lot of the pairs, looking relatively clean. UJ, daily time frame, let's talk about it. Remember I told you guys yesterday expecting that pullback on the day. However, we are still bearish, Chad. Look at the daily time frame, we are still creating bearish order flow. On the daily perspective, this is all just a pullback up until we create some type of resistance, pull back, and then break that. So still bearish. This is that key level I talked about yesterday that we can potentially retest. We retested that. And again, on the daily, I cannot be bullish, I cannot be bearish, because at any stage can we push up again on the daily, retest even a little bit deeper, all the way up to 147.46, and then start trading lower. So I'm neutral on the day, especially with CPI a little bit later. So confirmed resistance, confirmed support. So we are now trading very close to that resistance, and we're going to need to wait for some type of resistance break or a rejection, maybe another tip into that level. But key level, we marked it out yesterday for you guys. So also another thing to note is that the 200 daily EMA holding firm for UJ. So very good point to get in longer term, but let's see what the lower time frames are telling us. All right, 80 firmly bullish crossing, bearish crossing, bearish last night, 8:20. So what was that? I think that was like 1 o'clock. 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon in New York. So currently Asia lows untested. We've got that half round number there. Not the ideal place to sell. Daily lows, session lows. I'm going to see what we do here a little bit later at Asia lows, but not the ideal place to sell from. Asia highs maybe a little bit later, but let's see how we open up. Maybe we trade back into the range, but AD is firmly bearish. I cannot look for buys while the AD is looking like that, so not going to pay too much attention to that. We're going to see how we open up. GJ daily time frame, let's look at the daily holding firm. Remember yesterday we talked about this level, this zone. If you go to the weekly time frame on GJ, here's that weekly zone we talked about yesterday. Weekly zone holding firm for GJ. Still bearish, however. Remember I told you guys we can push up all the way even to 185.47 and then flip bearish to go and fill that wick. Here's the thing, bearish dollar is bullish for yen, and we're going to do that analysis afterwards as well. So if we're expecting dollar to go bearish, all of these pairs are going to crash today as well, because it's going to be bullish for the yen. 5-minute time frame on GJ, already trading below Asia lows, already tested it. 80 not as clear, still looking relatively bullish. You can clearly see there we're just going into a little bit of a sideways consolidation, currently trading below the 200 weekly pivot. Yesterday we held the weekly pivot there pre-market and just shot up. We didn't get involved in that, but this morning let's see if we can get this 182.50, see if the 80 starts flipping bullish. Otherwise, what I will do and what I will say is daily pivot, if we can start trading above that, because then we have cleared the institutional level at 183, that's at Asia lows, and then the daily pivot, and then your EMAs are going to start pushing bullish again. We've got about an 18 pip advantage to the upside. What is this? 23 pip, and then we need to see if we can get through this key level right there. So not really looking to sell at Asia lows, but let's see. I'm going to see how price develops there. Gold. Okay, gold, interesting one. Let's go to the weekly. All right, so here's the thing, Chad. Remember, I told you guys yesterday, go watch yesterday's analysis. I said I'm bearish on the week due to the fact that we can pull back all the way down here and still be bullish. I also said at any stage, if you look at the weekly perspective, we have taken out structure looking left. So this was the last lower high we created. We have now taken that out. We've also broken a high as well. So this is bullish. No doubt about it. The pullback, how deep is it going to be? I don't know. So at any stage, can this thing flip back bullish? If you want to start pulling fibs, whatever you like, this is most probably a 618 as well. All right, the 618 is there. You've got the 70.5 and a 79. So this is, if it's going to start flipping bullish, this is now the zone where it would need to start doing that. So still bullish long term. Weekly, I'm bearish. Daily time frame, however, here is the thing. We've got this range right here. This is the range I'm thinking we will be spending most of our time in before CPI. And again, as I mentioned on Friday, I gave you the ranges. Inside this range, no trade range for me. I wouldn't touch gold in this range. What I'll be waiting for is breaks above there, 1992, to come and retest 2006, after 2006, 2016. Very, very simple. And then for sell continuations below 1981, 1982. And then after that, we've got a clean level down here, 1963. No bottom wick. That's also where you need to be very careful with this. Because what gold can do is gold can come down. Let me just get this. Gold can come down. It can literally create a bottom wick for the daily candle and then do something like this. So just be very, very careful. I am still bearish on the day. However, the 80 is now starting to gain some bullish track here. Yeah. This entire range, no trade range for me. Anything inside this, I'm thinking we're going to spend most of our time in this range today. And buys above here, you can mark this out for yourselves. We gave it clearly for you on Friday as well. Buy above. What the flip is going on with my mouse? Somebody DDoSing my mouse here. Sell below. Anything inside here, you're going to get chopped up. So there's your levels for gold today. Don't try and be a euro inside here. Wait for those breakouts. Even if you have to wait for CPI, you're going to get a very good trade. You're going to get a lot of volume. We could range inside here this entire day. With that being said, Keegs, over to Keegs for his gold analysis.
Alright, firstly, before I just want to answer the one chat, then the question. Guys, if you're holding a gold sell since 2006 and now you're asking if you should close, I'm going to tell you one thing, and this is what the markets will always teach you. Greediness is like karma. It's going to come around and it's going to come and get you. So you decide what you want to do with that one. The fact this was at 1976 and you haven't closed, personally, you are an idiot. But alright, on the day, let's go there, guys. So again, we've told you this. I can actually change this daily bias now because I am very happy with this, how things happened yesterday. and what I'm seeing on the markets today. So already we said we were neutral because I wanted to see what the markets were going to do yesterday with dollar and with gold. But long term, I told you guys I was bullish. So today I am bullish. We have a few little nuggets here, but what I'm going to do is just the one. Chris mentioned though, for example, the no bottom wick. You guys can already see on my screen when gold, if you had to go pull a fib and you get that little bit of a pullback, after the pullback, the next candle that initiates the start of a bullish momentum on gold. Go look at those candles. Take notes of what they look like. Just want you guys to go pick that one up for you. There's a little trick there for you, something you guys can pick up. But on the day now, so you guys can see, we always talk about this. We are trading under the EQ, all right? So you guys can see how this is playing out. Today, we are under the EQ, all right? So one thing we want to talk about is yesterday. Yeah, this 1976. But again, we go back to the daily. I want you guys to take note about this. We had a guy calling out 1950 yesterday, and I also told him I don't know what he's smoking, but I want some of that. But over here, 1981, we held the 1980 level. Remember, that's what we said. That was the crucial point. 1980 being the battleground. Otherwise, we were flushing into 1970. So 1980 holding yesterday with that nice wick at the bottom. So we've had this big push now, guys. And again, this was our breakaway zone. So you guys can talk about that. That was your retest over there. But to me, a retest, I don't initially, if you're going long term trades, you want a bigger retest. You want something like this to push down and have a move and come back for the retest to continue a move lower. So for me, already saying I want to be getting back to this 1996 area around there to go see what happens. Can we retest and hold this? If we can hold this, we are continuing lower. But are we going to regain it and continue upwards? So that is going to be the crucial area for us today, personally, with whatever happens with CPI. So again, if we go over to the 15, as Chris said, we got the 80 changing over. You've got your EMAs starting to cross over. So you're really getting that sweep in the market now. You can see what we talk about here. We are very, very, very bearish, guys. But as always, there comes that point in the time where even when you're bullish, you're going to have that crossover. We trade in bearish, you can have that crossover. So as we said, you guys need to be careful. We told you guys this yesterday, dollar and gold. If you're on the wrong side of it this week, you are seriously going to get hurt. But one thing I will say, not that I'm just going to say gold is bullish, it's just going to keep hiking like this. You've got the pivot, you are under the EQ. But you've got that 30-minute breakaway, you've got the 4-hour breakaway, and at the same time, you've got Asia lows and tested.
Keys, I just want to open up here. Chad, markets are open. Ding, 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 ding. Round one, fight.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
So the big one is keep in mind those Asia lows are untested. So that's what we want to focus on as well, where these Asia lows are. And again, what I said to you guys with dollar, you'll notice all dollar pairs are going to be relatively flat on the day when massive news is going to come out. If it's going to be those big pushes, they're normally going to be trading very flat on the day. So as you can see, gold is trading at 0.3% up on the day already. So for me, you've got your daily pivot, Asia highs, Asia lows. For me, personally, Asia highs is going to be our battleground for now. I want to see if we can trade back here, if we can maybe go lower, get back above, or do we go reject, continue down to go get those Asia lows. So you really want to see what's going to happen off of the Asia highs for the day. But I am more bullish on gold.
All right, Chad, markets are open and in motion. I hope you guys are ready. GU, we just have 2 more left and then we're done. Anyways, market shuffle still ongoing. GU, daily time frame, I am still bearish. Here's my thing I told you guys yesterday. Still have that wick full. This will most probably be your range for the day. Anything in here is going to be very tough to trade. So 12575, 12537. 2 scenarios here. Sorry, depending on CPI, you're either going to get a daily candle closure like that, breaking structure lower, or what's going to happen is we're going to take out yesterday's low. We're going to do something like this, flip bearish for a bit and then flip bullish and close above, breaking this bearish trend on the daily, but still bearish on the day, closing bullish yesterday but closing below this previous area of support. So still bearish for me. Daily lows and highs still intact, so I'm bearish on the day, bearish on the week. Here's my thing though. We've taken Asia highs. There's that key level above Asia highs. Little double top, daily pivot. Accumulation distribution, however, bullish. So that is a little bit of a mess. Quite a big Asia range. So I'm just going to let this develop a bit. And then Euro USD. What is daily? Okay, let's zoom in here. So we've got quite a big range. We've got the weekly S1 up there, and we've got that key level down here. Closing bullish. However, yeah, I'm gonna go neutral. Yeah, daily time frame neutral. Closing bullish, but just closing at that body resistance area there. All right, actually, you know what? Bullish. I'm going to tell you now. Why am I bullish? We've broken previous daily highs, so this is the key level we need to monitor for further continuations. If we can start trading above yesterday's high and continue higher, then I think we're going to go and test that flat body resistance area there. 5 minute time frame, what do we have? All right, there's that daily key level. Asia highs already tested. Everything is looking bullish. All right, no, Chad, I'm gonna wait. What I don't like is that you can see we had this little pre-consolidation on Asia highs, so I don't necessarily want to get long when it tests here again. We either want to see this continue higher from here, that daily key level, or what's going to happen is if it comes back here, you're going to see a trade back inside of the Asia range to potentially come and retest the daily pivot. EJ, quickly, daily time frame is still neutral for me. Could be bullish because we've had 2 daily support levels, but again, this daily can just do something like this, so just be aware of that, especially with the dollar. We've got this 158.92 still untested. That's the last key level that I would say, because looking left here, just a very, look at that, very ugly range, so it could be a little bit choppy on the way back up. 5 minute time frame, what do we have? All right. Okay, Asia lows taken, 157 there, very easy. Trade above 157, trade above the daily pivot, trade above the moving averages, as easy as they come. Let's just set an alert there. 157 RN round number. Alright, there we've got it. So this is very simple. If we can get it, we've got Asia high still untested, and we can see what we do there. But Chad, that is the full analysis. We're going to see now 15 minute shuffle. Don't get too excited. Let's see what the market is doing. We've got Asia low still untested. I'm just going to set some alerts right here. 103.56. Asia lows. Let's see what the Asia lows do. And all right. UJ not very clean. GJ also not the cleanest pair I've seen. EJ looks like the money shot today. Gold as well. I'm not going to touch it in this range. I don't suggest you do either. So GBP USD. What is this? Yeah, Chad, I want to see Asia lows get taken. Off round number there. Something like this, maybe. If I'm very honest, EJ is looking like the cleaner one today. Keeks, GJ and EJ. What are you looking at there, my brother?
GJ, I'm looking at buys.
Yeah.
So as we said yesterday, getting back above the weekly pivot. So for me, I'd probably be looking here on the 4 hour. If I have to see, I'm probably going to look at the weekly pivot actually. That'll probably maybe be my best bet. Otherwise, already if we don't go for the weekly pivot, once we get back above Asia lows, that 183, I feel once we trade in back above the 183, I'd look to go long. And then EJ, pretty much the same actually. Like either if we're going down for the weekly pivot, look to hold there. Otherwise, EJ already going up, I'd probably look for
daily pivot.
Even like where it is now, honestly, where it is right now. So you take in Asia lows and the EQ is actually right there as well. So if you are starting to hold the Asia lows, you're going to go up. To me, it's a simple case of, I always say probability. I mean, if you entered there now, you could literally still have your a 20 pip stop, for example, and that's basically the lows of the day. So you know if you are going that low down, it's most probably going down. If you're going to go take out the lows. So you've actually got that validation period to use as your leverage, and then you can literally aim for Asia highs, everything. I mean, you can pump out a nice almost 3 hour trade on this. So literally where it is now, I'd actually even look at it.
All right, Chad, you've got it from the big man himself. What is our thoughts on Nasdaq Junior? Just go to the start of the stream, just rewind back. We did a full breakdown of all the pairs we're watching on stream. So please go and check it out. I think it was like 10 minutes, 12 minutes in, full analysis for you there. Just rewind and then fast forward back to where we are now. Am I getting confused mapping out the Asian lows? I don't think I understand the Asian kill zones indicator. Too much confusing stuff on YouTube. Please help Vince. I don't know where you're based, but my time frame is UTC +2, and for that it starts at 2 o'clock in the morning for me and ends at 7 o'clock. So there is the times that you want to be using. So UTC +2, GMT +2, 2 o'clock in the morning for me till 7. If you want to use New York time, it is from 7 p.m. New York till midnight. That is the Asia kill zone. Guys, which way do you think CPI going today? Kajan?
I swear Kajan, like, I don't know why, but that name sounds familiar. Maybe I'm wrong, but I swear that means only every time there's NFP or CPI.
CPI news is going to take dollar up or down, correct? I don't understand it very well. I think we're going to talk about it now. East London. All right, Vince, so you're on the same time frame as us. So it's basically 2 o'clock South African time till 7 a.m. in the morning. 2 a.m. to 7, that is your... And then you just take the candles in that range, the bodies, and you just mark them out manually.
Oh, you're not wrong, Keith. I thought so. Like this thing, you still recognize names even when it's not like the familiars.
Chad, here's the thing, CPI, let's quickly talk about it a bit while we wait here for, we've got our alerts set. Myself and Keegan are actually talking about it yesterday. So here's the thing, Friday's NFP, the headline number means nothing. Let me just put it to you that way. If you're looking at the headline number and you think that is what the Fed is looking at, it doesn't bother the Fed, even if there was 500,000 jobs added. This is what the Fed is looking at. Let me just go back to Friday and show you guys what is important.
Yeah, so this is why Chris looks for that, guys. Keep in mind, we always talk about it. When you have those multiple things, there's different CPIs, all right? They all need to come in the same way to be the same. If one of them is different to the others, as Etienne says there, that is mixed data. You don't want to be part of that then.
So the non-farm, it's great. It beat by, I think, 10,000 jobs or whatever, 20,000, whatever it is. That's not really important. Unemployment rate coming down, that is the one thing the Fed looks at. But the most important thing the Fed is looking at is your average hourly earnings. Average hourly earnings came in 0.4%. So year on year, staying flat at 4%, but month on month coming in at 0.4%. Why is average hourly earnings important for inflation data? The entire thing with the Fed since post 2019 was inflation, because everybody had stimmy checks received from the government. People didn't have to pay their bonds. They were on payment holidays. You don't have to pay your car. So all of a sudden, maybe you were still getting paid at your job. Now you're sitting with 2-3 months worth of bond payments that you didn't have to pay. That's extra cash in your bank. What do you do with that? You spend that. What happens with spending? We talked about your simple supply and demand graph. You guys can YouTube this. This is simple economics 101. You can always use this where Q is quantity. You can look at quantity on the x-axis, and on the y-axis you've got price. So I'm going to show you a simple graph. Let's just change the color of this. So this right here is that is your supply curve. This is your demand curve. Okay. So what happens is, this is what they call your price equilibrium. That's when there is enough of a product, of a specific product, as what people are wanting to buy. So price is at an equilibrium. You get the fair price that it should be valued at. What happens when your demand decreases? So if your demand decreases, what's going to happen to price? Price is going to come down lower, because now all of a sudden you just plot your graph quantity. So there's going to be less required. People are going to pay lower because the demand is lower. Other side of the coin is, if demand increases, what happens? You need more of that product, so quantity needs to increase. What's going to happen to price? Price is going to increase, because all you do is you plot it to the left hand side, and you can obviously see there's a differential from there to there in price, and that is just looking at the demand curve. When you look at supply, what happens when supply increases? When there's an oversupply of a product, producers want to get rid of that product. It's going to sit on shelves. Their cash flow is up to shit, so they're sitting with all of this extra quantity that they want to get rid of. And what happened to price? Price dropped lower. Other side of the coin, this is a very simple graph you guys can use to understand supply and demand. What happens if when supply decreases, price is going to increase now, because all of a sudden you've got the monopoly. There is maybe none of that product. You've got the only 3 in the country, so you can sell it at whatever price you want to. So there's an increase in price. Here's the other side of it now, coming back to CPI, what we talked about yesterday, myself and Keegan. Average hourly earnings increases due to the fact that you've got a low unemployment rate. Your unemployment is very, very low. So there's not a lot of people looking for jobs in the job market. So what happens now? I want Keegan to join my company. Keegan's already earning a good salary. How am I going to get Keegan in a labor market that is this tight? There's not people wanting jobs. They're already in jobs. So how am I going to get Keegan to come from company A to my company? The only way I'm going to do that is by giving him a better offer. So Keegs is getting 100,000 Rand per month, and I'm like, Keegs, we're going to do a 120k package for you. What happens there? There is now additional 20,000 Rand of discretionary income. And what do you think Keegan is going to do? Keegan is maybe paying 10,000 Rand per month for his car. Now all of a sudden there's a 20k extra. He's going to go and buy a new car. What happens now with the demand curve? The demand curve increases because now there's additional demand in the market. So average hourly earnings increases by people being headhunted. People, I want to keep Keegan, so I don't necessarily let him go to that company. I'm like, Keegan, all right, they're giving you 20. You know what? You are a valuable employee to me. I'm going to give you 25k. I want you to stay. I don't want you to go away. So all of a sudden, Keegan didn't even move, but now is sitting with the extra 25,000 Rand per month. And all of that adds to the inflationary pressures you see. So that is why average hourly earnings is the most important one for the NFP data. Two scenarios here. We haven't reached our price points yet. Let's see. Dollar. What's dollar doing? All right, dollar dying there from the S1 GU. Okay, GU coming up. I'm gonna wait to see what we do here. We've got alerts set there. Daily pivot holding. Okay, shuffle is now done. Two scenarios for today. Let's quickly chat. I hope you understand that I'm trying to put it as simple as I can. If it goes over your head, that's also fine. You can research it a little bit, but
yeah, guys, honestly, I think that is, if you want to say a simple way to look at it, there's obviously a way that I look at it as, again, a more, not, I wouldn't say a more fundamental side, but another fundamental way of it. And I think that way it gets a bit confusing then. Because like Chris and I were saying, there's certain things, like for example, we were talking about if a certain outcome happens today. Remember, we got FOMC tomorrow. If certain things happen today, Powell is screwed tomorrow. If certain things, other options happen today, Powell has area to play with, and he's got momentum for tomorrow. So that's why these next 2 days are so big. But again, those different outcomes. So that's why you also need to start looking at what do the Feds want? So what are they looking for? Are the markets going to be able to price it in? Are the markets going to be able to call his bluff on something? So that is kind of where you also need to start thinking on, as we do, that's what we spoke about in the past. I said to you guys, like with myself, I have a way of routine. So I break up certain news events into certain ways on how the Feds would kind of get an idea of what they're looking at. So while you go look at your PMI, your PPI, your GDP, unemployment claims, all of those things, and you can start building up, if you want to say like a plan, and start getting an idea on what the Feds are wanting. And that's why it's important, not only when you just see the Fed FOMC numbers and things like these come out, but to actually go, when the minutes come out, actually go and read what they were talking about and what were the headlines in those minutes.
All right, Chad. So to add on to what Keegan said, so CPI, here's the thing. The Fed was fighting inflation. That is why we hiked interest rates. We wanted to soften up the consumer market. They wanted to tighten spending. If you live in South Africa, think about it. Your car repayment maybe went up by 10, 20%, 30% even maybe. What is that going to do? You're going to basically tighten your spending. There's less income for you to spend. That is the job of higher interest rates. It's to cool down the consumer market, the consumer spending, because less spending is going to decrease demand. What happens with decreased demand? Prices come lower. That is what inflation is. So here's the thing. Jerome Powell has been trying to talk down the market, because what happens if the market gets ahead of the curve of the Fed? They're going to front run the Fed, and whatever the Fed is doing is going to basically get obliterated. Inflation is going to start flaming up again. So Powell is trying to soft land this by not hiking rates too aggressively, even though it is very aggressive, but he's also trying to talk down the market to almost tell the consumer, listen here, we're not there yet, but just hang on. Now the thing is, if inflation comes out higher than expected today, that's going to give Powell ammunition tomorrow to say, look, inflation has not dropped to our 2% inflation goal. We have still the door open for additional hikes in 2024. And the market will react to that, because the market has seen that inflation did actually come out higher. But here's the thing. If inflation drops below 3% today, year on year, if it drops below 3%, whatever Powell says tomorrow night in the press conference is going to be null and void. Because how is he going to back it up, saying that he's going to keep the door open for another potential 1 or 2 hikes when inflation is actually coming down? rate hikes are working, then the market is going to start front running Powell, and then the market is again going to reprice rate hikes for next year. Maybe not even pricing in 0.25% cuts, but actually pricing in maybe 0.5, half a basis point cuts. So the only way that tomorrow is going to be relevant, what happens in the press conference, is if CPI comes out higher than expected today. That gives that opens up a little bit of room for Powell to walk the tightrope. Below 3%, it doesn't. FOMC tomorrow is a non-event. I promise you. You can clip this. You can record this. I've seen it. The market is going to front run. You're going to see US30 is going to pump today like it's no one's business. Dollar is going to collapse. You maybe will get a little bit of a pullback tomorrow, but Powell won't be able to talk up the dollar tomorrow if CPI comes lower than 3% today. So keep that in mind. Two scenarios, very simple. Check CPI. We're going to be on stream as well, 4 o'clock after CPI. What time is CPI? 3:30. 3:30, yeah, half an hour later. So, Chad, as easy as it comes, maybe a lot that we talked about now. I hope you listened. I hope you took some value from that. But that is the crux.
Yeah, Shawnee, I definitely think they're not paying attention, bro. They're not taking notes. I always said to guys, we spoke about it in the podcast. I mean, that played out again, as we said. But very similar. Where's their little mission briefing for CPI today?
Here's my thing, Chad. As mentioned, I cannot actually... initially, I thought... The thing with what they did on Friday, I wanted to say like, yo, huge respect, trading live with the guys. But then I was thinking it is actually gambling. So I cannot really respect that. We've never traded news before the event. We've never said, okay, Chad.
We did twice.
What?
When I did the trading with the guys.
No, but you didn't enter. You gave them a level, and then you said, look, as news comes out, we're going to buy this level. For instance, that one day on gold, you gave them a level here.
Oh, at the bottom, yeah, when we had the pullback.
But you've never gone 5 minutes beforehand and said, okay, I'm buying, I'm stacking buys now. Or you give a scenario. You give a plan as to what you want to do. And again, if price doesn't do what you want it to do, then you stay out. Where with them, it's like a simple buy or sell. We're buying now.
Yeah, they are literally entering the 50-50 beforehand.
Yes. And my thing is, if you don't have any explanation as to what you're doing, any fundamental, how can I say, concept, or even just basically sketching a picture of the fundamental backdrop, like what, yeah, I don't know. I'm flabbergasted that people sit there and I'm saying, all right, we're buying now. There's no reason. They didn't say, oh, we're expecting this due to data, this, that. It's literally, oh, we're buying, pump the music. I don't know.
Yeah, the thing is, and I think that's also where we come with this, guys. Okay, we trade live, but we also give you guys a bias. So for example, let's say we've given... let's just, I saw Tristan mentioned GU. We've given a bias on GU. Now, we're focusing on EJ or gold or something. You can think for yourself, use our bias, and execute on your own trade. So it's a very similar thing with these news events. Like, you guys know what we're looking for. You know the game plan. Now you just have to execute yourself. Where these guys are taking, might as well take flipping blind people and tell them how to trade. Because they're not looking at the market. They're not doing anything. They're literally just listening to whatever you're telling them.
But anyway, we're not, myself and Keegan, going to a bit of a dark mode next year. Honestly, not going to spend any amount of time on any one of the other guys. People just need to wake up. I honestly feel like 2024 is going to be a little bit of a cleansing of the industry. I think you're going to see a lot of prop firms go bust. I think you're going to see a lot of influencers going to say they're going to take a break, never come back. Because people are starting to open up their eyes. People like myself, people like Bullseye, people like Rydell, people are starting to ask questions. Previously, the retail trading community were like sheep, just basically eating whatever was fed to them by these influencers, and now all of a sudden there's actually real people in the industry standing up, and now all of a sudden the plate has gotten a little bit more hot, and all of a sudden you're going to get called out on your BS. So I think 2024 you're going to see a lot change in the industry.
But also quickly, just to answer Tristan's question, bro, personally, if you want to hold through it, what I always say to guys, if you're buying something, you're comfortable in it. If you're close to entry, kill the trade. But if you're already running in profits, you're nice and far away from your entry, go break even and you can let it do its business. But like I said, because that way, even if it does, for example, come back to your entry, it's got that room to play. You're not going to get slipped, things like that. But if you're close to entry, keep in mind, these moves are huge. And I'm telling you guys this one, I said it the other day. This one today, if you guys get clear numbers, you're going to get 700 pip moves. Like this is going to be stupid today. It is year end. This is the biggest CPI of the year. Like, this is stupid. If you are on the wrong side, you will get slipped. I promise you this right now. So if you have that breathing room, go break even. If not, kill the trade beforehand.
Chad, as mentioned, we've got 210 viewers, 76 likes. Can I kindly ask you guys to drop a like? We here every morning, every afternoon, just help us with the algorithm. That's the only real way we can grow this channel. We obviously want to get to 5k subs. We're going to do another giveaway on 5k. We'll be flying out one of you guys to the office. We'll actually do a podcast with you. Akko, unfortunately, when we got to 1k, we didn't have the podcast set up, so we didn't have the opportunity to have him on. But for the 5k giveaway, whoever's the lucky winner of that, we're going to do a podcast with you. You're actually going to join us on stream as well. I was
going to say, I think we must maybe talk about it in the sense, we can also talk with the Chad, maybe they can get some ideas. But I think we need to make it more than one day. Because last time it was a complete rush. I mean, you were in meetings, things like this. The whole experience is very rushed. Where I think maybe if we make it like the 1 day or a day traveling, a day traveling back, then at least it's maybe 2 days here. So you can actually spend time with us. You have a day to be on the stream. You have a day to be on the podcast and do stuff.
So Chad, I'm going to ask you guys, the community is strong. Join the Discord link in the description of this video. Follow us on Instagram. Drop a like, subscribe if you have not yet. You guys are basically the foundation of this channel. Everything we do here is for you guys, and please partner with us. Help us get to that 5k, eventually 10k.
Have you seen that, EJ?
I'm eyeballing it.
Oh, guys, if we took that trade.
Only thing is, it was still in the shuffle. The shuffle ended right here, and
I must say the last week, the shuffle's actually been screwing me.
Really?
Yes. All my trades. I've had about 7 trades play out beautifully, but they play out in the shuffle.
But there's also...
They've saved me a lot as well. That's what I say. That's why I'm not just kicking it away yet, because there's a lot of them that have saved me.
No, that's the shuffle. Like I said, it's not something that I just one day woke up and said the shuffle. It was actually with data. I went back, so I backed it up with a lot of data, and that's why I introduced it. But Chad, we want you guys to support. Please leave a like if you can. If you do have a YouTube account and you are logged in, drop a like, subscribe, help us get to a lot more traders. Let's grow the community, and and I just want to thank all of you guys for joining us daily. It has honestly become a family. We see the guys in the chat that's here every day. Like Keegan mentioned, we see the names. You become familiar with the names. There, Keegan even called out the one guy. I think, what's his name? Where is he now? Kajan. Keegan even picked up that Kajan is only here for big events. And Kajan said, "You are not wrong, my brother. I am only here." Alright, Chad, here's that level. What I want to see now, I don't know why my mouse is flunking out. Alright, very, very easy here, Chad. What I want to see is a little bit of a pullback back to the daily pivot, or even a little bit deeper here somewhere. A little test of that breakout area, a little resistance being formed there, and then a break above. So let's see. Even a little bit higher, that's fine. Nice little breakout, wait for a nice little retest, a little structure to be formed. As the retest holds and it breaks structure, then we've got something to trade off and a level to manage our trade from. Because what do we want to do? We want to try and reduce our risk as much as possible. So we are in the zone now. Let's see what she does. GU absolutely getting knacked here, but Chad, I'm just gonna run to the bathroom real quick. I'm gonna throw over to Keegs, but EJ, let's monitor EJ. This is the one I want this morning. I'm locked into it. So Keegs, over to you, my brother.
No, perfect.
See you, Chad. See you now. 1 minute for this candle to close, but we're gonna get it.
Right, Chad. But as we said, watch the Asia lows were untested, so we still want to see what happens at Asia highs. DXY, based at the key level that we said. Yo, guys, been a crazy few days there, flip. But let's see what CPI can give us today. UJ, I'm not really going to do anything with that one, because that's kind of, so for example, I'm going to tell you guys now, so EJ, GJ, much cleaner pairs. You're just going against yen weakness, alright? But UJ, understand this, you got two contradictory or aligning pairs. Contradictory aligning pairs. You got dollar, which I'm bearish on, and you got yen, which I'm bearish on. So obviously, yes, one will still be stronger than the other, even though they're both going down. It's just a lot more contradictory and harder to get those cleaner moves. Hence why you'll see GJ, EJ look very similar, but UJ is out of line at this point in time. So for me, I'd personally be staying away from UJ and just focus on GJ. But same with UJ, you can see how clean it was, yeah. Literally yesterday, coming up, testing our key level, and just melting away from it. So that was just actually a very, very nice trade. As I spoke about long term, you want these pullbacks. So this actually would have been a beautiful trade. But we genuinely just weren't looking at this yesterday. Otherwise, I mean, we could have taken that on the 5. Because, yeah, half past 6, actually, we were off stream. But, yeah, beautiful, beautiful entry point on that one. But you'll see now what I was talking about. So you'll see like EJ now already in a much better place. Again, guys, we should have just taken the freaking bars over here. Like, yeah, there we go. 10 o'clock, we gave you guys the signal. But this thing's running. So again, what I said, you want to watch this level now. That is those zone for your support. So again, we could have just been the trade up, the fake out, and trade back above to do that. So I always say to guys, keep in mind this time, I always say, if you're going to reject off area, you want strong momentum away and get away from it. But the fact we literally did one candle was a break, one candle, small candle, and then we're pushing right back up. So either this must reject and give you a nice strong push away. Otherwise, again, like we said, start to trade above the EQ, the daily pivot, your EMAs are all crossing over, so you're going to be trading above the EMAs. Probability is just again going bullish. So even this would be a second chance to enter once we're closing in this zone here above this and in the support. You can look for that re-entry to continue bullish over there.
All right, Chad, I'm back. You already saw I've got a big water for a big guy. All right, Chad, beautiful, nice, clean move above. Now we just wait for that retest. As simple as that. If it runs, it runs. That is fine. You don't chase price. If you chase price, you will get clapped. Since these lives, bro, my trading, really can't thank you guys enough. People don't understand. You're helping them with the chance of financial freedom. Dylan, don't thank us. Thank yourself for tuning in, locking it in daily. There's also, give yourself also some credit, because these lives are on every single day. People just come here for a signal, but there's also people that come here for education and to actually better themselves, and that is all on you. So well done for you joining in daily, my brother. Amen, Dylan. Big amen for Dylan. I also never used to journal until I started watching this changing, and it's definitely improving my trading history. Beautiful, Bongani. If you put in the work, there's no way that you can fail. Gold bars. Akash Gupta, you tell me, brother. Gold bars. Neil van der Vesta is in GJ round number. Yes, Nila, looking at something similar. However, data coming out a little bit weaker than expected. Therefore, look at EJ. That's why if I'm buying any one of the pound or euro pairs, I'll be looking to buy euro instead. Remember, I use Euro GBP as an index for the strength between the two. So EJ pumping, and that's why I rather want to take EJ, because EG is pumping. Showing up every day. Beautiful. Gold, as mentioned, don't touch it in this range, my brother. There it is very clear. If you've missed the analysis, go back. We gave you a very clean and clear analysis. No trade range. This right here, inside here, is the clap zone. Stay out of it. Thank me later. Friday we gave you the levels as clean as they come, and you would have made money. Morning chat, Chris, have you posted? Please check the description of the Discord. The link of the Discord in the description of this video. I'm just gonna drop it here again in the chat for you guys. Under education, I shared it with you guys. Actually shared the PDF. So let me just do this. I did share it yesterday, so join the Discord there, my brother. Under education, I shared the PDF. First time watching live. Beautiful. Odo, welcome, my brother. All the first time viewers, we welcome you. Welcome, welcome. Thanks, my brother. Yana, gold, stay out of gold. Very, very simple. Where's my markups? Anyway, now the markups are... Nila asking, would I sell Asia lows? Nila. No. Maybe. No. No, Neil, it's not the cleanest setup for me. Alright, Chad, yeah, we're getting that nice little pullback here. EJ, let's see if EJ can produce the goods. Hi guys, if I catch the gold from 1977, should I take my profit or let it running? Cheers, mate. Gabriel, that is up to you, my brother. That is why you need to have a trading plan, and whatever your trading plan tells you to do, that is what you need to be doing. My trading plan tells me to close my trades out at a 1-to-1 and that is what I do. You need to see what your trading plan is based on your historical data. So I think that is a question that you need to answer for yourself. Either you're trading from key level to key level, or you don't have a plan. So get a trading plan, plan your trades, trade your plan, and as easy as that. First time watching live and a beginner in trading, Abdul Kabir. Good luck, my brother. Welcome, welcome. You're at the right place. If you stick around, I think you'll be alright, my brother. I don't think we have to sell ourselves on these live streams. The community does it for us, people that have been here since the start. 122 likes, Chad. I think let's get it to 200. I know the chat is strong. 200 likes, we might even stream CPI. Not Keegan, I'll jump, I'll start it for him. 200 likes, I might even trade CPI.
Oh my word.
I'll kickstart it for Keegs. I'll get the seat nice and warm. 200 likes, we might even Chad strong as a op. Really, this Chad is one of the strongest Chads in the game. People have not seen the strength of our Chad. Absolutely in a rich vein of form the Chad has been as of late. We haven't even had an Anton in a while. Chad is just way too strong. Chris, what do you think of UJ? Yes, bro. Here's my thing. It's a little bit of a mix. If you go to where's UJ? Oh, I'm on UJ. What the heck? Yeah. Here's the weird thing though. This for me is a confirmed support now. Two consecutive daily bullish candle closures. I consider this now a confirmed support, but also we've got this key level right up there. So we could push bullish, or we could continue bearish. However, for the buy scenario, the AD is just way too bearish for me. Everything is still pointing down. I also don't necessarily want to sell it here, because this for me is not the greatest sell scenario. Sells for me is a nice clean move below Asia lows and then the first retest. So this for me could work out the sells, but not really. Let me put it this way: it's not a trade that I'm gonna fall over my feet to get involved with. EJ for me very clean. Asia lows taken, nice little pump to the upside. We're trading back above the 200 on the 5 minute. We've got this nice round number to trade from. We've got the daily pivot. All we now need to see is if we can hold this level, and then a nice simple break of structure to the upside, and we'll be in it. Euro USD, nothing clean there for me. I don't want to get involved with that. Oh, sure, thank you. GU as well, as I mentioned, we took Asia highs, we rejected that key level. I said I want to see this 12550 get taken, and then I'll look for potential buys once we trade back above the daily pivot. But other than that, Keegs, anything you like really liking locked in to like execute? EJ.
I must say EJ.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably EJ is the best looking thing for me.
But nothing else you like salivating over?
My thing is gold. I do like gold, but I know I'm gonna waste my time.
Yeah,
so
it's gonna range.
It's just gonna range till CPI. So I'm literally just gonna keep I don't want to look at it because I know the more I look at it, I'm gonna start wanting to take something. So I'm literally just probably EJ.
Watch out, these likes start to pump up for the CPI stream. No, they will. We'll maybe get one of the rockets on as well as a special guest so we can fade him. One of the rockets. EJ, yeah. EJ. And here's the thing, if you're trading before CPI, don't fall in love with the position. It is gonna do some weird stuff. Chat, 200 likes, CPI special for the chat, strongest chat in the game. Thanks, bro. I'm looking at a good setup for a swing, you know. Alright, Bright Projects, share it with us, my brother. Share that trade with us. Copy the link, post it, let's see it. Let the entire chat eat with you. I joined and paid various mentorships and not once did I understand session lows, highs like you guys break it down. I now know not to buy at weekly or session highs and vice versa. Thanks to the bulls. Awesome, Vince. Can you check my analysis? I can, my brother. Share that link. I don't know if you can share a link though. Chad, can you guys, Bright Projects, try sharing a link? Hi guys, is there a place I can see all your setups? Dan Risberg, yes, join the Discord, my brother. You can check it there. Go under the education section. I still need to put that into some type of playbook. I think I'm going to do that over December for you guys. Do it in a nice like A3 format that you can actually go and print nice and big. Or even print it into a little bit of a desktop version. Like a mouse pad or whatever. Not necessarily a mouse pad because you won't see it. First time here, great stream guys. Do you also trade US30? Yes, Nomad. Be sure to just rewind to the start of the stream. We usually start off with the dollar index and then straight after that we did the analysis for US30. So check once the disclaimer screen has run. After that we quickly run through the dollar and then we did US30. So just rewind back on the stream. We did a full, that first half an hour of the stream, we did a full breakdown, top down from weekly, daily, 5 minute, what we're expecting for CPI a little bit later today. So be sure to check that out. All at the start of the stream. Just run it back. Okay, no worries, but that will be after the news. Chad, you know what? If you want to share a setup, Bright Projects, let's do it this way. Share your setup in the Discord. Under, let me just quickly check here on the 2G's channel. Under only charts. And then just put a hashtag stream on there. Then we know you on the stream and we can share it with the rest of the community. I think let's do it that way. York and the Nas pull back already, looking for longs. Your Nas is just bumping and grinding here like a young teenager at an under 18's phone party, from what I can see here. Just an ugly little bump and grind there. What would happen if I entered both short and long on gold, took profit of whichever direction it goes and closed the losing trade on the retest? Newton, try it, my brother. You will never know if you don't try it. So that's basically research and development, R&D.
R&D. Yeah, I was laughing yesterday. I don't know what's up with that now. Is Neil on?
Neil is on, yeah.
We were talking about like he trades SNC, the smart Neil concepts.
Yes, my dude, you need to warn me. Can't say stuff like that when I'm taking a sip of my coffee. S&C, my bro. This coffee was almost all over the S&C, you know. That's you gotta give it to him. S&C, that's sharp. That is sharp, my brother. S&C. All right, Chad. Let's see. Weirdly enough, I don't think we're gonna get that EJ trade. Looking at the rest of the JPY pairs, GJ just dying a very slow and painful death here, and UJ still grinding up against Asia lows. What is GU doing? All right, there's GU. There's what I said I want to see. All right. Now we can start monitoring daily pivot 12560. Let's see what 12560 can bring for us. Daily pivot. Now we've taken both Asia highs and lows. I would love it a little bit deeper, like just like penetrate that 50 and then come back. Then we can potentially look for something there. EU session highs. EJ, what is EJ doing? All right. Okay, there we've got that retest now, Chad. Let's see what she does. She would need to get back above 157, above daily pivot. Could just be a deeper pullback. Look, it's still bullish. We can still get a 50% retrace of this move all the way down here, even a 6-2. But then I wanted to trade back above this round number. As mentioned, if you were chasing price here, if you're chasing from there, you are obviously kicking yourself. That's why I never chase price. Let price establish a high, let it pull back, and then you can use that to your advantage. Yeah, GU has my eyes on her. Alright, GU. Alrighty, let's bump and run that off round number there. DXY. Okay, something's happening here. Nasdaq dropping, US30 dropping. What is the JSE doing? JSE, okay, JSE flat on the day. Chad, something breaking here in the market. Let's just check Forex Factory. Alrighty, news. Anything come out here? Nothing. Australian dollar, wholesale prices. Cruise missile from Yemen strikes tanker ship, US officials. Okay, that was 4 hours ago. Okay. Alright. Labor market overview. Seeing that Keegan is becoming this fundamental guru, Chad, we might need to subscribe to News Squawk for next year.
I'm gonna have my own little news terminal over here.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. You don't necessarily. News Squawk is actually better because they've got, I think, 10 journalists. Not journalists. What do you call it? Analysts. They've got about 10, 15 analysts, and they just feed you consistent news as it happens, and they actually give you some commentary. Only thing, I had News Squawk. Only thing is, it's like 6,000 Rand a month.
I feel like you really need to be on your game and like killing the markets and like actually making the money to like benefit from that. If that's not actually changing your trading at all, then I don't think it's worth it. But that's also something I feel like that's where you can't be like those lifestyle traders and have that.
No,
because
no,
you're never
no.
at your desk. Where like for us, where we sit in here for 4 or 5 hours a day, like we actually can sit and watch it. Like now, while you're on a stream, you can sit and watch.
Yeah, no. So New Squawk, there's no video coverage. It's literally like a.
No, well, I mean watches and like watch
Oh,
the
yeah,
screen
yeah,
just
yeah.
to read when it comes out.
So New Squawk is literally like it's a radio, and all they literally like if something came out, they'll be like, all right, headlines that it's going to affect X, Y, and Z, expecting this to happen. And then, for instance, like CPI, they'll give you the data. They're sitting with news terminals. So you're paying a lot less. You're paying, say, maybe 20% of what a news terminal is going to cost you. And you actually have somebody feeding you all of that data. Maybe you should try the 7-day free trial, Keeks. See how you like it. New Squawk. We must actually check what a Reuters terminal costs.
What is that other one?
That's a Reuters one. It's basically similar than your Bloomberg terminal, but
Yeah.
Reuters is the other big news
Because I
outlet.
know, is it Bloomberg where it's $20,000? I just can't remember. Is that a year?
25,000, yeah. Bloomberg,
yeah.
the Bloomberg terminal, yeah.
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 That is a shit ton of money. To get like 2 seconds
Okay,
advantage.
I'm honest, and I'm gonna be very honest with you. If you are a retail trader and you are day trading like what we're doing here, and you've got a Bloomberg terminal, you are retarded. I just have to put it out there. You do not need a Bloomberg terminal if you're doing that. If you are a portfolio manager, a fund manager, a chief investment officer, you work in finance where you need to actually do reporting on companies, then a Bloomberg terminal is worth every cent you pay for it. But for what we do, you do not need a Bloomberg terminal. It's not going to give you any type of advantage.
So, I'm going to ask this thing. So, because we know quite a few guys. I mean, I know there's some South African guys that have it. They are 100% retards for having it. But there's a lot of bigger guys that do have it. But they, for example, I always say to guys, like, think of it like an Android, okay? An Android has so many more features that can outperform an iPhone any day of the week, 100%. But you don't use 90% of those features. Now with those, a Bloomberg in that, I'm sure the general guy doesn't even know what the hell he's actually looking for and going to be reading, and the stats and all these type of things you actually are getting from it. Where you get the guys that are day trading, but do you think they are really using for day trade, or like you say, they've got things on the side where it truly benefits and makes up for it?
No, I think it's a tax write-off, to be honest.
Because like we said, there's a few
it's
guys. I mean, there's a few we've spoken about who we do respect, and they've got it.
It's a tax write-off for them. They've got paid communities, so it's basically, it's almost a little flex, and you can write it off as a business expense.
Okay.
So other than that, it's just they're looking at the same news me and you are looking at.
Yeah.
If they dive deeper and they go into some of the indexes that's only on the Bloomberg terminal, and they go to dig into actual stocks, to dividends, to actual earnings reports, to actual shareholding reports, to let's say people disclosing their position sizing, like directors of the company, CEOs. If you do stuff like that, 100%, then it's worth the buck. But for what we do, honestly, biggest waste of money, unless it's a tax write-off, because you can write that $25,000 off against your income.
Okay.
Now look, if we're making 10 million rand a year trading, I'll just get it for shits and bits to look cool. 100% wouldn't really benefit me. You can open up some very cool charts on there. You can get some some very detailed information about a company. You get a lot of headlines before anyone else gets it, but for you to still sit there, monitor the terminal, then still execute the trade, manage the trade, like there's no way.
Okay. I get what you're saying, yeah.
But it would be cool to have it. Let's just put it that way. If we've got 500k to waste a year, and we've got a tax issue, we'll definitely get a terminal. Alright, Chad, GU dying here. We've got this key level right here. I'm going to monitor that. I did sound bearish on the day for it. What is DXY doing? Alright, DXY back. As mentioned, ideal scenario. DXY trades to close that gap and trades here at that daily pivot Asia high for CPI. That is the most ideal scenario we've got. That is the most ideal. EJ, I'm still monitoring. I'm liking what it's doing now. This little rejection candle there, hourly closed, nice, strongly bullish. We've got that hourly wick fill as well. So I'm very, very locked into EJ at this stage. I hope this candle closes bearish and the next candle can do something like this. Then I will execute. That's all I'm waiting for. Keegs, you back me on this, eh?
Yeah.
Okay. ChatGPT, my Bloomberg. I don't think so. ChatGPT uses past data, my brother. I don't think it feeds you any new real-time data. Reuters is much better in my opinion. How much is the Reuters, Ricardo? I've tried to find it. Share a link if you can. Yes, Keeks, never at your desk either need to hire cars or post in fitting rooms. Then you need to Photoshop. It's attack loss starvings for heavy sellers in stocks. Sell lost stocks to mitigate tax on stock with gains. The rebuy low Reuters gang. Tepo, do you have a Reuters terminal? Not talking just about the news feed. The actual terminal that's similar to Bloomberg. Literally looks like Bloomberg almost. Oh no, we learned, bro. Okay, honestly, EJ is even tempting me and I stopped trading yens a month ago. Now, EJ is the only clean one for me at this stage. Honestly. The only clean one. The bull is so real life. It took, I think, less than 3 trades last week. In the past, I would just trade based on. Yeah, bro. It's been a choppy market. Like myself and Keegan has been talking, you'll look on the daily and you'll see like a big daily candle. But then if you go to the lower time frames, the way that daily candle was formed looked something like this. Then it's like, how the heck do you trade like on the 5 minute? That is how that daily candle was formed. Looks clean on a daily, like, oh shit, nice, 100 pip move. Or it looked something like this if it was a yen pair. Maybe it looked something like this. Oh shit, 100 pip move, no pullback. Nice. All the traders tend to complicate too much the trading, correct? You just need a PC and understand the fundamentals and some technicals. Keep it simple is the best in my opinion, 100%. 100%. Chad, I hope you guys are reading that book I shared in the Discord. Very, very good book. I've got about 30 books, but I'm not going to share all of them. Not all of them is really valuable for what we do. But that is the first one. I enjoyed that book so much. Very, very simple concepts from a very good day trader, Larry Williams. Yes, it's a Larry Williams book, blank. I think it's short-term success. Or wait, let me quickly check what's the name of the book I shared. Under education, long-term secrets to short-term success. I shared it in the education section. Long-term secrets to short-term trading success. To short-term trading. It's this little classic here. Larry Williams. Keegan's already 100 pages in that, man. Just gobbled up that Larry Williams book. Did you game last night, Keegs?
Nah, I actually didn't know.
Really?
Yeah, no, I had to go help my sister. Actually, wait, I can't say that. I had things I had to go deal with.
Okay.
Yeah. I had to just go do some family things, and then I came back after that. So when I came back, we basically had load shedding.
Oh my goodness. Now myself and Keegan were chatting about a bro split last night.
And a bro split.
Some broski love. Bro, so firstly,
Yeah.
when I saw that one video of you on IG, I think it was the weekend I went through some of your posts.
Yeah.
What are we doing with those 65s, my brother? But here's the thing, Chad. It's not like Keegan's taking the 65s and is like wobbling. The man is literally picking up the 65 kg dumbbells. He's benching it as if it's like a 20 kg. It's not even like a little bit of a wobble. It's just like easy. What is that, my dude?
A little warm up there.
What is that? that is absolutely unnecessary. Throwing around like absolutely brutalizing those 65 kgs.
Yes, where was that video? How far back was it?
It's an old video. You shared when you shared that update. You shared an update, and then I went back to check your size. Remember, you said like you were way bigger back then, and then I went back on your page and I saw that that little 65 kg domination there, and I was like, nah, my bro.
Yeah, we're getting the size back now. We're gonna come back bigger and better.
I was like, nah, my bro, 65. Chad, I'm just waiting for this break of structure right here. If we get it, we in here. Just nice little break of structure there, easy as they come. Execute. We don't have that much of an advantage point, but let's see if we can blast through. All right, we've got about a 10, maybe 8 to 10 pip advantage point. But now my boy is strong here next to me. Holy shit, 65s. Just to put it into perspective, he was literally benching me, half of me in the one hand and half of me in the other hand, and popping that. That is totally unnecessary, my dude. How will you feel if you take a 65 now? Will you...
Nah, I did it the other day. I literally did it the other day. But I'm only focused. I don't know if that was flat then or not, but I'm focused predominantly now on my incline. So my incline, it's a little bit harder, but yeah, still playing with them.
Hey, Chad, by the way, not even a spotter. I just want to add that. This man is not even a spotter in sight.
To be fair, I always say to guys, if you got a spotter there, it's probably weight you shouldn't be playing with in the first place. But we used to have fun. I'm actually going through like the old, like even the little memories things where I saw like 3 Caitlin on my back to do dips with.
I saw that. I saw that.
Oh, so you got to find some extra weight in the gym.
Oh yeah, like, Ricardo Vitali, you the man with the 400k, 1.2. That's nothing, brother. I'm honest. If I was you, call it a year. Call it a year. You've got everything for the rest of the year becomes very, very low probability, and that 400k live account is an asset.
Who is the 400k live account?
Ricardo, remember he came into the chat, I think it was last week, and it was like after so many attempts, he got it.
Jesus, okay.
So Ricardo Vitali, that is an absolute asset, my dude. Don't mess around now with low probability trades. The markets are not going anywhere. 1.2, that's not even what is that, 0.05% down, like, call it. I don't know if there's inactivity period relevant, maybe just open a 0.01, close it, but make sure you hold onto that account. Don't get emotional now into the end of the year and try and swing for the fences.
Yeah, I said to a few guys, like, if you've just got accounts like live or things like that, please don't trade December. Just leave it, come back in Jan. It's probably the best thing you can do.
That's why I've maybe taken 4 trades in the last 3 weeks, because my setups haven't been there. And when my setups are there, they haven't played out as I've wanted. GU was the one that ran, but remember, we didn't get that little structure break. It closed below and then it just ran last week, and I'm fine with that. And that's why I said going into the end of the year, we're going to be very, very selective with our trades. We're not going to try, and just because we're on stream, I'm not going to feel reluctant to just take a trade for the fun of it. We still hold ourselves to a very high standard of what we do. And if we just start taking trades to entertain you guys, then that's not adding value to you. You can rather take away from the actual discipline to sit and watch the market and not take a trade.
Yeah. Yeah, not always the prettiest of stuff, but it will help you grow as a trader.
And believe me and Keegan, we are exactly like you guys. Traders are all the same. The only thing that differs is that some of us has been in the industry for a bit, and we can control that, let's call it that urge. And some of you are still new. You're like a baby. You don't know when to stop drinking the milk. We know when to put the milk down. Some of you just keep sucking that milk, and even if it's a little bit sour, you're still in the teeth. This is not the time to be on the teeth now. If you no, it's okay. I'm the OG on the funded. All right. I'm down 4% because I entered the wrong lot size. Oh my sack, y'all. Will's got quite a big contract size. I had a 5k funded, lost it yesterday due to max. Hey, my brother, top 5. Matt, it's something you won't do again, right? All the mistakes I make are simply just lessons. Milk is suspicious. No, milk is good for you, my brother. Which firm? Yes, I don't trade every day, but I need to support my fam, and I don't work for the last 6 months, so I need to be careful at the same time pay them bills. Alright, yeah. Take it easy, my brother. Maybe we get this EJ trade here. Maybe we clap this EJ trade. Keys, are you going to take it with me once we break back above that round number?
Yeah, I'm looking forward, yeah.
Okay. Chad, DXY, alright. Ideally what we want to see is DXY coming back inside the Asia range. That's going to basically drop down the yen So if you look at the dollar index and that 6JE whatever, the yen index, let's quickly show you guys here. 6J1 exclamation. Oh shit, here's it. Alright. Okay, there you can clearly see a Chad. I'm not talking through my nose. Let me put it to you this way on the 4 hourly, then you can clearly see the correlation, how they are inversely correlated. So stronger dollar, weaker yen, stronger dollar. So if the dollar is going to start coming up, then the yen is going to start coming down. So this is what you call an inverse correlation. There are times when they are correlated, but for the most part, they are inversely correlated. Stronger dollar, yeah, you can clearly see it. As the dollar pumped, the yen died. So that is an inverse correlation, and that is why I said the stronger dollar, weaker yen. So we honestly want, for that position to play out, we want the dollar to come back inside of the Asia range, and then EJ could give us that play. GU, nothing on GU for me. UJ still in a little range here. Nas, US30 bumping and grinding. Asia highs, session highs, weekly highs. Not interested unless we get some volume above there. Gold also just grinding. Yeah, it's literally EJ for me, Chad. EJ is the one we're holding constructively at that 200 EMA. So let's see if we can grab this bad boy. Someone said there's 2-star news on Euro. 2-star. Well, but you're an all-star, my brother. No, it's actually a 1-star. We've got Spanish data coming out, bond auctions, I think. And then we've got the ZEW survey for Germany and ECB, 42 minutes. 42 minutes. And then Chad, 45 more likes to go. CPI live with the 2Gs. Yo, Bull, I saw Don yesterday in massive drawdown. I think gold sells exactly what you said. His stop loss is too aggressive. You guys also made me think of what and who to follow. Yeah. So Don yesterday, $15 drawdown on gold for a $0.6 gain. Please tell me how you will pass funded accounts using that. That kicks. We love the guy. Let me just be very frank with that. We love the guy. We've got no issues with the brother. But just in terms of funded accounts, I'll tell you what. I'll give you a funded account and go and trade the way Don trades, using 1% risk per trade. And I promise you will not be funded next year. I can almost guarantee it. I can put money on it.
Yeah.
You will not get funded within a year. If you use exactly his stops and the way he trades, no way. Let me have some of the solid. Hope to learn more about Nas. The move is in huge pips. My heart couldn't take it. You had the right place to learn, my brother. Well, to be honest, I passed my 2-phase due to Don, but I also lost the funded due to yesterday's trade.
Okay, Brew, but firstly, my thing is, I always say to guys, if you are more than, let's say worst case scenario, 3% down on the day, you should call it on a funded account. So when that thing was already hitting 3%, you should have closed that trade manually. Because you just don't want to risk blowing a trade. Remember, we always say when an account's live, that is an asset. You must do everything to protect that account.
Look, you can make money with Don if you trade a live account and you're able to risk 30% of your account size. But funded, it's going to be tough for you. It's going to be real tough, unfortunately. But I love the dude. I respect him. I've literally told you guys I've been watching him from the sidelines since he started. He started from nowhere.
I must say though, but that man's got a jaw like the Iron Giant.
Oh yeah, he's got a. Do you think he's got veneers? His teeth look a little bit like.
I think he must.
His teeth look a little bit like they could be veneers.
Those shiny white veneers to match the shiny white R8.
Oh, my boy Don.
I must say another guy.
Here's the thing, Keegs, you can't
Yeah.
lose with 150 pip stop, my brother. Like I said, daily range.
What do you always say? You can't lose if you don't close the trade.
Can't lose if that trade is still open, my brother. You only lose if you close the trade.
But I must say, another guy I've actually been paying a lot of attention to is Jordan. I don't even know what his surname is.
Jordan.
He's like one of Alex's best friends. So he started off as a client of Alex.
Oh, the guy that's got cancer.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
yeah.
he started off as a client, like one of Alex's first like students. Then like became very, very well off. Obviously going full time, doing all these things. Then he used to actually have competitions against Alex. I don't know if you ever watched those videos. They used to have the student versus the master, and they used to try like grow accounts in a week. In 2 weeks, so you could make the most profits. And he beat Alex twice. Then obviously now that his cancer came back, he's like, you know what, like not that he's being bad, like he's still very positive about it and everything. But going and buying his first supercar without even testing it or anything, like just go buy it and have it.
What a G.
But he is a flipping good trader. He really is.
All right, Chad, let's see if we can get this closure. I need to pee. And yes,
I swear we must just get like a little TV in the bathroom and it must just be linked to our YouTube channel. That you can leave it on the screen and see like, damn, do I need to execute or not?
Chad, 40 seconds. First trade of the week for me. I need a top wick. Give me a top wick, please, my brother. Don't be that guy. 5 pips. I'm willing to take it. All right. Stay there. Hold the line. Top wick. Give us the top wick. Oh, Chad. Yo, this P is annihilating me.
Tough time there.
Yo, bro, I'm holding this P. Are we going to get a top wick? Okay, we've got a top wick. Chad, I executed on the close of that candle. Let me just quickly pop the lots here. Pop and lock. 20 pip stop for me on the close of that candle. Little 20 pip stopper. And I'm going for Asia highs. So 1-to-1 on this bad boy. Let me just do this on all of my accounts quickly. 20 pip, and we are going for 157,266. Alrighty, Chad, I just want to set my stop losses quickly. Okay. Okay, the stop loss quickly. Okay, Chad, I want to run to the bathroom real quick. There's the trade. We waited for it. When I come back, we're gonna talk about a risk management scenario. Otherwise, we're gonna talk about a TP scenario. Once we break here, stops to break even, session highs, that's where you want to be moving stops to break even. And when I get back, we're going to talk about a risk management scenario. But I'll see you guys now. Give me 1 minute, maybe 2.
Can we arrange a bucket for... Oh, yeah, guys. Breakout buyers get smashed. Not really, bro. We had breakouts on Nas100 yesterday, and that was beautiful trades. By the way, guys, I don't know. I know we have a few international guys here. Who here knows where you can buy in America the PS5 portals, like a legit site or something overseas? Because I want to buy one. I know you can get them now in South Africa pre-orders and stuff. It's only for Feb, but I've got some mates that are coming back from overseas, so I want them to get me one of those the PS5 portals to bring home. I just want to know what's a legit site overseas that I can buy it from. If any of you guys know of any.
Chat.
Wait, who normally orders from Kauai?
It's Jeremy.
Jeremy, did you order our stuff, bro? Are you in the live? Guys, who?
Who was it?
I don't know. Is Jeremy in the chat?
I haven't seen Jeremy.
Enjoy chat. Hey, Jeremy, you legend. The minute I saw the Kauai, I was like, must be Jeremy.
Is it Jeremy?
Yeah.
Jeremy shot my brother.
Oh, Jeremy.
Is it Jeremy?
Yeah, he's like, enjoy chaps. What a legend. Much love, my brother. Hey. We were all so confused now. This came in here and we were like, what the hell? What's going on here?
Alright, Chad. There's that 157. We need to close back above it. If we retest that 157 and reject, I'm closing out this trade manually, or we're just going to hit stops. But we need to hold right here. That is that 200 that we've been holding. So key that we hold here, and then key that we get back above. Otherwise, this is a stopperino. It is looking like it wants to stop.
Alright, guys. Also, shot. I didn't even think about it. It sounds stupid, but literally think of Best Buy, Target, GameStop, Amazon. Yeah, I'll check out on theirs if they've got it. Shot shadows.
What is that?
I was saying to them, I want to buy the new PS5 portal.
Yeah.
But it's out overseas. But we've only got pre-orders for Feb. So I have a mate that's overseas at the moment. So he's like, nah, bro, like I'm just buy it and send it to him, and he'll bring it back for me. So I just wanted to know like what places in America would obviously be able to buy it from that are legit.
Chad, it is looking rough out here. 3 minutes. Ooh. Alright. I don't even think we're going to be able to manage this trade. I'm about What is that? 1 pip away from stops getting clapperinoed here. Ooh. Kicks, did you enter? You didn't enter.
No, I wasn't watching it.
Ooh.
But I'm glad I did.
Ooh.
This reminds me of what was yesterday when I took GJ.
Chad, this thing is sniffing my stop. I'm still in. Oh damn, I'm out. Alright, Chad, I'm out of it. Literally there.
Yeah, but that thing came for you,
Same as Keegan, insta drawdown. Not even weird. Oh, whoa. All right, so that is Clapperino. That's something come out now.
I don't know.
No, Chad, that is instant stopperino, similar to Keegan. Idea is still valid. Let me just put this down here. Couldn't have managed risk really. I'm gonna go through it now. Minus 20 pips. So in a risk management scenario, if we created some type of support here and we failed to close back above there and then reject, then we could have managed risk. But this thing, same as Keegan's trade yesterday, insta drawdown, 2 5-minute candles, chopped. And that is ugly. Could I have taken a trade any different? Not really. I think the other way we could have looked at it was to wait for actual retest and then a break of structure. Because here's the thing, every single break above failed to hold the retest. So could have maybe looked at that, but also how bullish it's been. We already had that little pullback here. I was expecting this now to create a new high on the session, because this for me was the pullback. If you take your fib from here as well, you would have seen that that pullback was, I think, more than the 50. Yeah, it was basically perfect. 612 retest there, and my expectation was that we are going to go for that Asia highs. So from that pullback, this being the pullback, and then to go and take out the session highs.
Hey, now that I'm actually seeing Curly's in the chat there, I was going to say, I'm going to talk to you later about his do you know his story?
Curly?
Yeah.
What story?
Like his story as a trader.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm talking about it. Yesterday, the guys were like, oh, do we know Adrian from Vault in Cape Town? So I was just like, I don't... But I was saying they were asking me yesterday, like, yo, if we know Adrian from Vault in Cape Town and all this stuff. So I said, well, I've heard of him. I haven't like met him personally or stuff like that. And they were just saying, yo, he's got like a mad story and all this stuff. So I said, oh, well, I'll chat to you about it.
All right, Chad. I think that's most probably me done for the day.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously there, but like, guys, I'm myself personally, I wouldn't force anything now. Like I said, things are gonna be consolidating the whole time till be flat before news comes out.
I think the idea was right. Only thing though is,
I think your trade is gonna be exactly what happened to me on GJ yesterday. Like I got clapped, but the idea was there literally half an hour too early. afterwards the
Oh,
thing
yeah.
shot off.
Yo, you bought the breakout there, yeah. And then like Clapperina and then ran. Chad, I wouldn't re-enter this, to be honest. Here's the thing. As mentioned, now we've basically rejected 3 times here. There's that first rejection of the round number. There is the second rejection of the round number. There is our third rejection. So no trade for me. It is valid. It is not a trade that I would not take. Hindsight, maybe should have waited for that retest there, but I honestly didn't expect a retest to come back. From there, you would have wanted just to see this create a new high on the session and then a pullback. So other than that, nothing I will take. DXY still in this consolidation, still struggling to get above the S1. Basically flat on the session, hasn't gone anywhere. US30 breaking out of Asia highs already at the daily R1 almost. So we did give you that bullish on the day. However, I honestly, alright, we did take that pre-market. I actually thought that we're gonna, after the open, come here. Didn't really test that. Tested that pre-market, that key level. German 30 consolidating here, as mentioned. If you want to look short, potentially look here, and then your daily pivot lower. UJ absolutely collapsing now from Asia lows. Neil, I think Neil had the right idea here for short. I wouldn't have shorted it, to be honest. Not the cleanest setup. I think if you were taking it, you might have taken your first stab at it here, because there was your little double top, your break of structure. What was the move on this? Oh, you would have maybe survived it. I don't think you would have. And then GJ just still grinding lower. Monitor that weekly pivot for a little bit later. Gold, as mentioned, still within the range. GU. Alright, there's that test. Ooh. No, I'm gonna wait for CPI, Chad. EU still at session highs. EJ just dying. What I will say though is in the bullish dollar scenario, this level is going to be key. So either way, this could just be a very deep pullback. The order block guys will most probably be smiling because they've got a little order block there and whatnot, but we'll wait for it a little bit later. If we get back above here, then I'll still look for longs. Otherwise, not necessarily looking short here at the session lows. What is okay? Just want to quickly see what the yen index is doing. Alright, 2 consecutive bullish, bearish daily candle closures. Yeah. Keeks, any closing remarks for? Wait. Okay, we do have a topic. Any closing remarks for the Chad?
I think, just honestly, guys, just really be careful with the CPI. I told you guys, if you get on the wrong side of this one, you guys are going to get hurt. This is going to be a big one today. So be careful. But again, if you're not happy with the trade afterwards, because this is going to be massive, you can still catch all the volume that's going to come afterwards.
Clean setup if you looked at liquidity. Now I was liquidity, Matt, so I was looking in the mirror and I saw the liquidity. I was the liquidity. Chris, why not interested in GU? Nila, issue with GU is we've got that CPI a little bit later, so I think honestly that they're gonna park GU right here, slap bang in the middle of the Asia range. So that's why I don't think we're going to get any follow through, because nobody's going to want to make a commitment on what the dollar is doing. Any other day, 100%, 100% clean. But But again, not for me. We've got news coming out. Be sure to take it. The order block, support the trade. Do you trade gold? We do not, just not now in this session. There's our levels that we've marked out for the Chad. Buys above there, sells below here. No trade range. Wait for CPI. Chad, 169 likes. Can we get 30 more? Then we're going to stream CPI live. Otherwise, we'll be streaming it for ourselves. But yeah, unfortunately, no further trades for me. We took a punt here. 20 pip stop. First trade of the week. Keeks took a little stab at GJ yesterday, a little bit late. I took a stab at it. Not late, but clapped. And if you want to see liquidity, you're looking at it. But we will see you guys this afternoon, 4 o'clock. And I think, Keeks, any closing remarks before I land this plane?
Nah, I think that's all good from our side.
Good afternoon, Chad. We are about to land here in rainy Port Elizabeth, where the weather is slightly cool, overcast, and we had a little bit of a bumpy ride. We lost some of our passengers through the front door, and minus 20 pips. Those safety belts not holding. Actually had to drop down the oxygen mask just to keep the Chad alive as we went through that straight immediate drop in price straight to the stop loss. But we just want to apologize for those stop losses getting hit this morning. We'll be taking off 4 o'clock this afternoon post CPI as we go on our way to NYSE, and we just want to thank you for joining us this morning on this flight. Vault Markets, proud carrier of the opening bell, and we will see you guys this afternoon with Captain Keegan van Dijk and his co-captain Jamin Faru as they take you through the NYSE session. But we do want to thank you for flying with us, and take care and have a beautiful day, and we will see you guys this afternoon at 4. Peace and love. Chad, I might look for one more position. All right, got it. Well done. I might look for re-entries. Here's the thing though, if we're gonna break and we reject here again and we retest and we break that, there's gonna either be a lot of volume or it's not gonna break through there. So that is what I'm looking at potentially. Yeah, I wouldn't. I'm looking at it. Would I've done anything different? No, I wouldn't have done anything different. But let's see. Let's see. I'm gonna stream till 12. Let's see if we can get that re-entry here. Ideal scenario is we push up to here. We reject there again. That's going to give us a lot of liquidity to run through, retest here, and then the break. Then we can get that run up. So let's see. Brother, this trade was great for my account size, so I took one more position on the order block. Beautiful. Draw a trend line on that 2 hours. If you broke, you can enter one more time. All the stop loss are taken on that down. Correct. There's the liquidity grabbed. But let's see. DXY absolutely collapsing at this stage. GU. Yeah. I wouldn't have taken GU. Half round Asia lows. No. What is this? 8 pips. Alright, GJ coming back to life. Let's see. EU. Alright. Chad, let's see. I'm maybe gonna give it one more squeeze. One more squeeze-arino. One more squeeze-arino. Need my hourly to close well, or I'm gonna leave it. Oh no, okay, no, I'm sorry, Chad, I'm done. Hourly is gonna close now in. Hourly is gonna close in the next 5 minutes, and it is basically an inside candle. Didn't take the previous low, didn't take the previous high, so it could go back into a range. Alright, no Chad, nothing there for me. Yeah. Peace and love, Chad. We will see you guys. Maybe we'll reach your target. Maybe, maybe not. But I'm not gonna stick around for that. Yeah. No. Done till CPI. I think we're gonna get something for CPI. Chad, peace and love. We will see you guys 4 o'clock. We needed 14 more likes. So always worth that second look. Yeah, always. I've had it a lot of times where I get stopped out and the re-entry is the one, but not in this case. Inside hourly or outside hourly, no. There again, if this 5 minute rejects there, that's basically 4 rejections off this level. So I'm not gonna fight that level. Maybe we pull back a little bit later. But you can clearly see price is not willing to hold above that level. So be careful. Chad, peace and love. See you guys at 4. Later.